flesh died that moved upon the earth, both of fowl and of cattle and of beasts, and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, and every man, all in whose nostrils.
Oh, and another thing, when you read the dimensions of the ark itself, it was measured by a cubit. So now you're going by Esau, 18 inches to 20 inches per cubit. That's a big ark, but it has to be a lot bigger, a lot longer than 18 to 20 inches. So that ark was gigantic. That ark was massive because you had giraffes in there, you had elephants in there, you had lions in there, you had tigers in there. You had all types of animals that were in there. So you needed a gigantic ark to put all those animals up in there. So that 18 inches per cubic is BS. Go ahead.
It says, and all flesh died that moved upon the earth, both of fowl and of cattle and of beasts and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, and every man, all in whose nostrils was the breath of life, of all that was in.
By all of whose nostrils were the breath of life. That's twofold. The breath of life is you actually breathe, and the breath of life is also, which Adam received, was the knowledge of the Most High. He gave him the knowledge of a man to know, eventually to know good from evil. Now, all the creatures were destroyed. Man was destroyed too. So that proves to you, when you go back to Genesis, the first chapter, about all the creatures that moveth, is talking about man too, and the animals. Go ahead.
Of all that was in the dry land died, and every living.
Yeah, because what about did he bring whales on the ship? Did he bring any type of fish on the ship? No, because they were doing just fine in the water. Ain't no flood gonna mess with them. They live underwater. Go ahead.
And every living substance was destroyed, which was upon the face of the ground.
Which was upon the face of the ground, not in the waters. Go ahead.
Both man and cattle, and the creeping things, and the fowls of the heaven, and they were destroyed from the earth. And Noah only remained alive, and they that were with him in the ark. And the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days. Genesis 8:1.
Which is about 3 months. Go ahead. I'm sorry. 5 months.
All right, it says, and the Most High remembered Noah and every living thing, and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. And the Most High made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters assuaged. And the fountains also of the deep and the windows of heaven were stopped.
There's under the ocean, there's bodies of water inside the when you go to the bottom of the ocean, there's bodies of water that the Most High can allow to come up on the earth. So that's one thing that flooded the earth. And then it said, when you gather a bunch of clouds and it rains, it brings a lot of rain. But the Most High opened up the windows of heaven, so the Most High caused waters from the heavens, from space, to come down on the earth. Go ahead.
And the windows of heaven were stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained. And the water,
like this devil, this so-called white man, this cracker, this piece of shit, this Edomite, you know, he likes to say that there's no such thing as the Most High, and you know everything has a logical explanation, and you know science is over the Most High in the Bible. Well, when there's a major flood, Esau can't do a damn thing. Esau hasn't found the technology to stop a tornado. He didn't, with the Japs and all that they can do, they couldn't stop that tsunami and that earthquake. Can you devils raise the dead? So you ain't doing shit, man. You ain't doing nothing. The knowledge that you have is, first of all, the Most High gave you that knowledge, first and foremost. Go ahead.
It says, and the waters returned from off the earth continually, and after the end of the 150 days, the waters were abated. And the ark rested in the 7th month on the 17th.
And another thing about you devils, you know, you like to say that there's no, the Bible is a book of fairy tale and the Most High doesn't exist. And there's all type of evidence of these actual stories that we're reading. Like I said a few minutes ago, they have photographs of the ark, Noah's ark, on top of Mount Ararat, man. Go ahead.
And the ark rested in the 7th month on the 17th day of the month upon the mountains of Ararat.
Upon the mountains of Ararat. Is there such a place called the Mount? Put that in there, the mountain of Ararat. Matter of fact, Google it, man, and go to Google's map, and let's see what comes up.
It says, until the waters...
Ah, look at you damn devils. I pity you fools, man. I look at you devil, I was getting some gas, and I seen devils getting gas, and I was looking at them, I was shaking my head. I said, you devils don't even realize that America's going to be destroyed, and you're going to be our slaves. And I even tell devils now. I told this guy, Eddie, you know him very well. He's talking about, yeah, America's coming back. In 5 years, everything's going to come back. I said, look, Eddie, I said, America's finished. Ah, you're wrong. You're wrong. I said, because that's how that devil speaks. I said, Eddie, man, you better forget about your future, man. I said, because America's done. Yeah, well, I'll see you.
And the waters decreased continually unto the 10th month. And the 10th month, on the 1st day of the month, were the tops of the mountains seen. And it came to pass at the end of 40...
You have anything to read?
Yeah, this is Wikipedia. It says searches for Noah's Ark from at least the time of Eusebius, circa 275 to 339 AD to the present day. The search for the physical remains of Noah's Ark has held a fascination for many people. Despite many rumors, evidence, sightings, and expeditions, no scientific evidence of the Ark has been found. You know, that's what Esau says. It says, according to Genesis 8 and 4, the Ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. Early commentators such as Josephus and authorities quoted by him, Berosus, Hieronymus, the Egyptian Manasses and Nicolaus of Damascus record the tradition that these mountains of Ararat are to be found in the region then known as Armenia, roughly corresponding to eastern Anatolia. And you'll see it. You'll see there's satellite images of what looks to be like the Ark, you know, because if you Google Noah's Ark, they'll give you a bunch of satellite images of what looks to be the Ark.
Click on images just to see what go back to Google Ark and then click on images and let's see what comes up. Go ahead.
And the waters decreased continually unto the 10th month. And the 10th month, on the 1st day of the month, were the tops of the mountains seen. And it came to pass at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. And he sent forth a raven, which went forth to and fro until the waters were dried up from off the earth. Also he sent forth a dove from him to see if the